God, again I'm late, you muttered under your breath, clutching your bag as you dashed through the almost empty hallway of Harnell National College. The corridor echoed with the tap of your shoes. Most students were already seated in their classes. You knew your first lecture, Advanced Mathematics, had already begun, and the professor was rumored to be strict. You were turning the corner when bam, your forehead smacked into something, or rather, someone harsh. Can't you see? Get aside, I'm getting late. You snapped in a rush, rubbing your forehead, but your voice died in your throat when you looked up. There stood a man, tall and commanding, around 25 years old, dressed in a black fitted suit, a pristine white shirt beneath, and a thin black tie perfectly aligned. His sharp jawline clenched as he adjusted his glasses, his dark eyes cold and unreadable. His hair was neatly slicked back, though a few rebellious strands casually fell to the side of his forehead. He was dangerously handsome, but more than that, intimidating. He fake cleared his throat, completely unaffected by the fact that you had just bumped into him. Can you tell me where room C207 is? You blinked, heart thumping. Wait, that's my class. Yes, but why? I have joined today. I'll be teaching mathematics, so show me the way. His voice was deep, so deep it sent a weird shiver down your spine. You blinked twice, unsure whether it was nerves or something else. Oh, of course, Professor. Come, I will show you. You try to smile politely, still slightly nervous. I'm sorry I was rude earlier. I didn't see you, I swear. He didn't even bother replying, just nodded and walked beside you in complete silence, coach. You reached the door, and as he was about to enter, you suddenly stepped ahead with a playful grin, giggling. Oh, wait, Professor, let me go in first, okay? I'm already late and I don't want you to mark me absent or give me punishment. You dashed into the class before him and quickly made your way to your seat next to your best friend Mina. Oh wow, you're finally here. You're gonna get kicked out one day. You don't even know what just happened. Before you could say more, he entered. Silence blanketed the room. He walked to the desk slowly, his gaze scanning every face in the class with chilling precision. He dropped his file on the table with a soft thud, then pushed his glasses with a straight expression. I am Jungkook. You will address me as Professor Joan. I don't care if you're smart, average, or dumb. I only care if you waste my time. I don't tolerate laziness, talking in class, or disobedience. If you want to pass, follow my rules. If not, his eyes landed on a student chewing gum. Get out. The student blinked, confused. What? You heard me out. I don't repeat myself. Everyone went dead silent as the student hesitantly got up and left. You looked down at your desk, trying not to breathe too loud. I'm not here to babysit, I'm here to teach. If you can't keep up, don't waste my time. He turned to write something on the board, and your heart was racing. This man was going to ruin your peace. Mina whispered beside you, trying not to move her lips too much. His hot but terrifying. You just nodded, your eyes still fixed on his back, not sure if this semester was going to be a blessing or a curse. But one thing you didn't know, your life just got a lot more complicated. The lecture dragged on for an hour. Jungkook's voice deep and sharp like a blade as he scribbled equations across the board with ruthless precision. No one dared speak, no one even shifted in their seats. As the lecture came to a close, he turned back to the class with his usual unreadable expression. Tomorrow, surprise test. Same time, no excuses. The collective groan in the class was silent but loud in their minds. He gathered his books, adjusted his glasses, and just as he was about to leave, his eyes briefly flicked toward you. Just 1 second, one cold, piercing glance, but that was all it took for a shiver to crawl down your spine. You blinked, your heart awkwardly thudding against your chest. The next day, the test room was filled with quiet tension. Students scratched their pens in panic, trying to finish the last equation, and then, time's over, stopped writing. Silence fell like a curtain. You capped your pen with a sigh, your heartbeat slightly quicker than normal. As everyone sat back, the tension in the air didn't drop, especially not when Jungkook began walking down the rows himself, collecting the answer sheets. Ira, with her short skirt and heavy makeup, bounced from her chair and rushed to the front with a forced smile. Sir, should I help you collect the papers? Without sparing her a glance, fine, hurry. As he approached your desk, you sat up straight, holding your paper out to him. But before handing it over, you bite your lip slightly, then looked up at him. Professor, I had trouble with some equations yesterday. Can I come to your cabin later to understand them? He paused. For the first time, his eyes met yours directly. Deep, dark, unreadable. His jaw clenched ever so slightly as his gaze scanned your face, resting on your lips for a half second before meeting your eyes again. He swallowed, then quietly replied, Hmm, just that. Uh, a note, and he took your test without another word. But his hand brushed against yours ever so slightly as he took the paper, and for some reason it made your skin feel warmer than before. From the front, Ira was watching, her jaw tightened. She nearly crushed the stack of papers in her hand. She stormed toward his desk and placed them down a little louder than necessary. Sir, if you are free later, maybe I can show you something interesting I found in the new math digest. It's very advanced. She leaned closer, trying to bat her lashes, but Jungkook didn't even look at her. He leaned back in his chair with a cold stare, removed his glasses slowly, and looked at her like she was wasting oxygen. Stick to the syllabus. I don't have time for irrelevant things. Her smile dropped. She blinked rapidly. Close the door on your way out. His tone wasn't angry, it was Ward's icy dismissal. Ira clenched her face red with embarrassment, and as she turned back, her eyes landed on you, her expression twisted with jealousy. Later that day, you walked through the hallway with your book clutched to your chest. You reached his office, Professor Joan faculty cabin, printed neatly on the door plate. You knocked lightly. Come in. You stepped in, the room filled with a soft scent of cedar and paper. He sat behind his desk, sleeves rolled up to his forearms, pen tapping lightly on a paper. His eyes slowly lifted when he saw it was you, and the door softly clicked shut behind you. You sat down on the leather chair across from his desk, your math book open on the table. Jungkook adjusted his glasses, his deep voice calm and precise as he pointed to a formula with his pen. This one is standard. Don't forget to apply the square root rule after simplification. You noted, scribbling notes quickly as he explained step by step. His tone was clear but strict, not offering unnecessary kindness. For the next few minutes, he solved equations while he watched her silently. His eyes wandered not just to your notebook but to the way your brows frowned in focus, the way you bite the inside of your cheek while thinking. He leaned back slightly, his gaze fixated on you longer than necessary. But you didn't acknowledge it. You solved the last equation, stood up with your book, and gave him a polite note. Thanks, Professor. I understand it now. And just like that, you turned and walked out, leaving a faint trace of your scent and presence behind. His jaw tightened, eyes lingering on the now empty chair before he exhaled deeply, like you had just taken the air with you. Out in the hallway, your steps were light, but they were stopped. Ira stood in your way, arms folded, flanked by two of her minion friends who looked just as fake as her nails. Well, well, look who just came out of Professor Jones' cabin like she owns the place. You raised a brow, unbothered. What were you doing in there? Trying to act dumb so he gives you attention? I saw the way you smiled in class. You scoffed. Wow, someone is really insecure today. I didn't realize being top of the class and actually asking for academic help was a crime now. Stay away from him. I liked him first the moment I saw him. Don't try to play innocent. You think you're better than me. You cross your arms, tilting your head slightly. Better? No. Smarter, classier, real. Definitely. You can cake your face in makeup and wear your skirts as high as your ego. But guess what? It won't make him look at you twice. Ira's eyes widened in rage. You're just a nobody trying to act bold. You think he cares about some pathetic little smack? Your hand met her cheek so fast it echoed in the hallway. Her head turned with the impact, and even her minions flinched. You didn't say another word. You turned around, back straight, chin up, and walked away like you had not just left a red handprint on her face. Behind you, Ira stood frozen, her fingers trembling as they touched her burning cheek. I'll take revenge for this wine, she growled through gritted teeth. Just wait. That night, after coming home, your mother called out to you from the living room. Wine, there is a marriage proposal for you. The boy is a professor at a reputable college. I really hope you will like him. Mom, again, you sighed with an exhausted expression and dragged yourself upstairs. Later that night, the guests arrived. You were upstairs getting ready with a blank face, still thinking about your professor's school demeanor earlier that day. You walked downstairs slowly, your heart thudding, and then your eyes widened in shock. You whispered, almost breathless. Chunk, sitting among the guests in a black dress shirt and silver watch, also looked equally stunned. Wait, do you both know each other? He's my math professor. Oh, that's even better. At least you are not strangers. You didn't dare look him in the eye, your thoughts racing. Is this real? The same man I ran into and secretly wished for? Is he really going to be my husband? But he's so cold, so distant. But who cares? He's him. You hide a small, nervous giggle behind your lips. Next day, you walked into the college hallway as usual until you were suddenly summoned. Professor June is calling you to his cabin. Ira is already there. Your brows float. Ira, what now? You entered the room only to see her sitting with her signature smirk. Before you could say a word, you threatened Ira to stay away from me because you like me. Your eyes went wide in disbelief. What? No, no, she's lying. She's the one who. Just shut up, okay? I didn't expect something like this from you. Why? His words stabbed deep. You looked at him, his accusing eyes, his cold tone, and something inside you snapped. No, Professor Jones, she's manipulating you just like she tried to do with everyone else. But you believed her over me. Ira, pretending to act innocent, patted her lashes. Opa, I was so scared. Ira stood frozen, palm still holding the sting on her cheek, her face twisted in rage and disbelief. How dare you, you low class attention seeker? Do you think he will ever choose someone like you over me? Someone like me? You mean someone who doesn't throw herself at every man she sees in a suit? I liked him from the first day, and you just came in with your innocent act and stole everything. I won't let you. Ira, he never belonged to you. You were just too busy fantasizing to see that he never even looked at you. You think you have won? This isn't over, wine. I'll make sure you regret this. Make sure you don't embarrass yourself more than you already had. You exposed yourself today, and for what? A man who never even knew your name properly. That was enough. Ira, too humiliated to say another word, Ira stormed out, the sting of your slap still echoing louder than her heels in the hallway. Silence filled the cabin, thick and awkward, like both of you were choking on words that had not yet formed. Jungkook ran his fingers through his hair, sighing deeply. His cold professor mask was slowly melting, revealing the man beneath who was clearly shaken. I didn't want to believe her. You folded your arms, eyes sharp and filled with hurt. But you did, Joan. You looked me in the eye and still chose her lies over my truth. I didn't have true wine. She tried to threaten her. And look, I have been betrayed before. People lie. And Ira, she's just a student. I didn't think she would. Just a student like me. You think just because she wears a miniskirt and flutters her lashes, she's incapable of lying? No, I didn't mean it like that. Then how did you mean it, huh? You didn't even ask for my side. You just stood there and humiliated me in front of her, like I was nothing. He looked at you helpless, and for the first time since you had met him, he wasn't the cool, unreadable professor. He was just a man standing in front of someone he hurt, trying to fix something he didn't know how to fix. I'm sorry, truly, I should have trusted you. I wanted to, but I panicked. I rushed, she's just a girl, but I had no way to prove she was lying. You didn't need proof, Jungkook. You needed trust, but clearly you never had that in me. He stepped forward slowly. You're right, I didn't trust you, and that's on me because it's not because of you. It's because of me. Until you came. You blinked, heart hammering. Until me. Yeah, you're the girl who yelled at me in the hallway, who laughed like she had sunshine in her lungs, who never faked anything, not even her anger. You stayed quiet, letting him speak. You didn't need to be perfect, you were real. And I pushed you away because that scared me. Wow, Mr. Cole Jun Jungkook being scared. That's new. He gave a breathy laugh and suddenly raised both hands, holding his ears like a child being punished. I'm sorry, okay? Please don't hate me. You're seriously holding your ears right now. Of course, this cold hearted professor happens to care about what you think. Maybe a little too much. Oh, so the cold is melting now. Completely because this idiot is also in love with you. You froze, your jaw dropped slightly. You are what? Yeah, since the day you crashed into me with your forehead and yelled at me like I was in your way. Oh my god, this is so emotional. Are you crying? No, I'm acting, but it worked, didn't it? He rolled his eyes, crossing his arms. You're so dramatic. Maybe I should tutor you at home, math and acting. No, I'm running away again. You shouted dramatically and ran toward the door, but before you could open it, his hand catch your wrist gently. Hey, I really am sorry. You turned, looked at him quietly. I forgive you, but you owe me something. What? Chocolates. Big ones, expensive. Fine. Anything for my drama queen, Mr. Coley in love. What a plot twist. He leaned in slightly, eyes playful now. Careful, or I might marry you just to silence that mouth. Do it, I dare you. Challenge accepted. And just like that, the fight between you two had turned into a spark of something beautiful, bold, raw, and real.